back with another plan with me. It is now the end of June and the beginning of July, so we're going to do a few things. First of all, we've already set up the lines like we've done before for you. I've got my weekly and my monthly goals boxes here set up. This month I've decided not to do a monthly calendar like I've done the last 2 months like this, the pull-out calendar. Because I was using this mostly as a workout calendar and it wasn't really working out for me. I wasn't really doing them. So I'm going to pull that out and not do it. Again, because I use this mostly as a chore planner, a chores and errands planner. I don't really need this in here, so I've got to figure out another solution for this and do something else. For now, let's go and I'll show you what happened last week. This is what last week looks like. It doesn't look a whole lot different than when you saw it in last week's video. This weekend, in fact, looks entirely blank. I didn't even track my food goals because I had surgery on Friday, and that took a lot more out of me than I expected it to. So I spent all weekend pretty much just sleeping. Thankfully, on Sunday, I didn't need any medications, pain pills or anything, so I'm doing good there. I'm still a little bit woozy when I wake up, and I'm hoping that's more allergies than anything else. It is really dry here in the Pacific Northwest, and thankfully I have air conditioning, but when I go outside it is a lot more humid than normal, and with the blood loss from the surgery, I'm still, on a day-to-day basis, it's just exhausting. In fact, Sunday we went to Target, and I went to the dollar spot, and then I went back to Health and Beauty to pick up some shampoo and a few other essentials. And by the time I got back up to the front and checked out, I was exhausted, and I wanted to go home and take a nap. So that's what I did. So here's what this looks like. We've got our boxes all laid out. As always, these boxes here are for water, for vegetables, and for protein. I'm going to do a whole lot better now that I'm not on any medications, other than something to help with the fiber. We won't go into that because that's kind of nasty. Other than that, my medications are pretty good, so I am going to go back and try and go back into regular eating. I tend to eat more of a paleo/primal diet because I find that it's a whole lot healthier. At its root, don't scoff, really what I'm doing is just eating clean, eating healthy, eating a whole lot of non-processed food. So let's actually before I do that, let's go ahead and get here. As you can see, I've already taped and washi here. And then there's this nice pretty picture here. This is from the Etsy party that I helped organize for. Here I am in the top little corner here. And that's why we're holding these bags. These are swag bags for attendees. I got this picture and all this washi from the thank you card that Ugly Baby and LaRue sent me. They actually hosted the Etsy party. I also got these cute little stickers. Ugly Baby and LaRue are actually two different companies, and they are both Etsy shops who opened a storefront here in Seattle just outside Pike Place Market. They're on the bottom end of it. And they sent me this really cute card thanking me for helping out. And I loved these washi so much that I took it off and just used them. Plus I wanted reminders that I want to pick this washi up, and definitely this washi, because they're both really pretty. So let's go ahead and start brain dumping. There's not a whole lot going on this week, just because we've got 4th of July coming up next weekend, and I'm just still exhausted. So a lot of what I've got going on this week is just heads down stuff. looking back at last week's goals and to-dos, and let's see. That I didn't hit. That I didn't hit. That I didn't hit. Did that. Did that. Well. Okay, as you can see, there wasn't a whole lot there for me to do this week. Part of that is that I am limited on what I can lift because my surgery, what happened is they removed a mass from my upper bicep, or actually your bicep's always in your upper. So anyways, it was a mass in my arm that they removed from my bicep. And so for 2 to 3 weeks, there's restrictions on what I can lift. So since everything I really lift, most of what I lift tends to be heavier, I'm just not going to do it. Putting in my dates here, and then we're going to fast forward again while I tape and color. I'm also going to see, you're going to see later this week, I'm going to do a plan with me in my new horizontal Erin Condren. I have to unpack my printer first though, because there's some sample stickers that I made up that I want to test out in that planner. So we'll see how that goes. I've also done something new. This is out of my Fodori. I made a little insert with all the different washes that I've bought. I've even, when possible, listed who the maker was and what year I bought it. And this actually will make it a little bit easier for me to decide which washes I want to use. Just because they got all the pretty patterns all in one place. In fact, it does not have the newer washes that I just bought. We'll get those added in. If you want to see a quick little video on all the different tapes that I've got in here, go ahead and navigate to my Instagram feed, which is Hey Liana, and that's going to show you, it's going to be a flipogram. It's a couple days back, and that'll show you what that looks like. Looks like this one is falling apart. I'm going to go ahead and use this one because this one's pretty. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. New rules. Rules, rules, rules. Yeah, that's pretty. I like that. Okay, so here goes with the colors. Have any of you watched the video I made last week where I fast forwarded through a lot of this coloring and a lot of the building? Do you like that better, or do you like me just chattering on inanely about absolutely nothing? I can do either way, but I noticed that my view count was down from the last couple videos for that video, so I just want to make sure while I enjoy doing these videos that I'm doing content that you guys like. That way it's not a total waste of time. Additionally, if you've got video ideas that you want to see, let me know down in the comments. Comments this way, not this way. That way I can get it done for you. Right now the plan is to do about 2 videos a week. One video with Plan With Me, one video with cooking for people like my cousin who moved out of his mother's home, got the adult life, and then realized he didn't know a whole lot of cooking. Just kidding. He knows how to cook, but just all those favorites that you grew up with, that you leave home, your mom always made, and then you move out and you're like, what the fuck? How do I do this? I know when I first moved out years and years and years ago, I was calling back all the time for recipes. I still do once in a while. Island families especially, there's a lot of comfort foods that you grew up with that you just don't realize you don't know how to make until you leave home. One of the ones I grew up with that I just still don't know how to make is a dish called mungo beans. It's a pork-based dish, and it's got this bean of some sort. I've seen them in stores, and I bought it, and I was all excited. And in fact, my mom told me the recipe. The hard part with recipes in my family is it's a lot of like, just add until you think it's right, which is great, except if you only remember what it tastes like and you don't know what's in it, that's kind of hard to do. So let's get some stickers up in here. Nope, that's not stickers, that's an envelope. Here's some stickers. We are going to use this one, of course. These will eventually go up in my shop. These are offcuts, so obviously I'm going to use them and not sell them to you, because why am I going to sell you damaged kettlebells? Damaged stickers. when you're paying for a good product? And second, why am I going to waste it when I paid good money for the sticker stock? So I don't mind using broken. I can do stuff like this. The ones I'll be selling will actually have a kettlebells colored in on their own. So you don't have to worry about doing that unless you really want to. I was also thinking about selling them with the number unfilled, because I think one of the cool things about taking a kettlebell class is reaching new PRs. For example, last week I swung an 18 kilogram kettlebell. So I think what I want to do is start listing what my PR for that day is in there. I've got some thoughts as to what I want to do with my kettlebell workouts when I use the horizontal planner, but I'll leave that for that video. And it is Monday morning, so I'm going to go ahead and do this. Since this video is going to get out a little bit late, I'm sorry about that. I know every week I've got a new excuse, but we're working on getting this video out by, at least noon on Mondays, at least for Plan With Me's. And I know I'm getting closer to that, so good job, right? Let's go here. That. Cut. I think I'm going to buy some thin washies. It's washi I actually don't have with all the washi that I do have. It's kind of rather surprising. We actually don't have a whole lot of plans for the holiday weekend. Mostly because my husband and I are both somewhat of an introvert. We like our quiet time, a quiet space. Add to it, I don't know that we've been invited to anything. We did have an event with friends last weekend. I didn't go because, one, I was fresh out of surgery. Two, because I was fresh out of surgery. I couldn't wash for 48 hours, and that's just nasty and grody, and I'm not going out in public like that. I love my friends, but yeah, come on. I'm not going to make you smell me. Miss the company. They're all really great people, but I have no idea if we're going to do anything. So we're going to just leave it blank and pretend we're going to play video games all weekend. In fact, that's my plan for later today. Yes, I planned. I try and plan in my video game playing just because I really don't play enough, and I think if I schedule it in, I'll make the time to actually do it. Who knows? Let's do upload. I'm going to learn how to spell recipe correctly. BattleBots is another important one. A friend of mine is in the competition. I haven't watched yesterday's episode. They are Team Chomp, so I don't know how they did, but we will see. Either way, BattleBots is a great show. And I think everybody should watch it. Let's see, we are going to do Well, that's kind of disappointing. This is what my week looks like. Well, I've got other goals here that I need, so let's actually add. Put all of these stickers over here. Oh, listen, there goes my computer again. Let's put that over here. Okay, so there's my week. Let me know what you think, guys.